We welcome you, those who are watching the end of Purdue and Nebraska. Boilermakers taking out the Cornhuskers 6-2 to final score. Kelsey Casper alongside Sammy Netling in Columbus, Indiana, building a 5-1 lead as we enter the bottom of the second inning. Indiana got the scoring started. Milliken on the ground, up the middle. She leads things off here in the bottom of the second inning with a leadoff single. But it was the home runs earlier in this game. Copeland, first at bat. I mean, she just smoked this ball as you see it bouncing off the wall.
We knew we were gonna have the firepower from both offenses, and it has delivered so far. Both seniors going yard in the first inning, but it's really been some defensive miscues by the Buckeyes that have allowed we now have.
Ohio State with 3 errors in the first 2 innings. On the ground to second. Van Brandt will get the sure out at first. 1 away as Milliken advances to second. Morgan Fry. This one getting away, advancing to third.
Through 9.
And you saw she's hitting .417 throughout the season. And she smokes this one to left to right. A line drive over the wall. It's a 2-run shot for Morgan Fry. Her 8th of the season. Ohio State is right in this game.
Fry taking advantage of this off-speed that stays up. It stays elevated, and she is on time. Gets her barrel through the ball. Just a great job by Fry. And once again, we see the Buckeyes relying on the long ball for these runs.
Taking it the opposite win streak, they've hit 39 home runs. 41 if you count today. And that is Lamone fired up as she waltzes down first base. Mentioned this earlier, Copeland brings a decent amount of velocity to the plate. She provides a lot of the power for these hitters. And she can do it done defensively as well. The double play from Copeland.
Middle of the plate, not tonight.
This is Alex Cooper. Mile-high pop-up, and it's actually going to be the shortstop, Quartercracks, coming in to make the catch.
That is a difficult, giving up the big hits every now and then, but they've been able to rely on their offense. Coach Kumar has said, just keep us in the game. Just have really gone full, complete games this year. They've relied heavily on switching up the look to opposing offenses.
Quartercracks going the other way for out number 2.
It's another great job by Quartercracks of just for this relatively younger Buckeye team.
The throw down to second. Not in time as Van Brandt's going to advance. So runner in scoring position for
sees that ball angled down out of the hand.
Bird puts this one into the gap at the wall. It's gone. The home runs continuing here in Columbus. Bird's 2nd of the series puts Indiana up by 4.
Bird over Kettleman because of the power in her bat. She wanted that spark. She wanted that firepower added to the bottom half of her lineup. Just a great job by the freshman to continue to keep the pressure on. She felt like they were going to have to put up, wanting to go with the extra power.
Close play at first, but it's going to be Milliken who steps on the bag. Almost all the offense has come from the long BA 2K. Coach getting her own video game t-shirt. What a defensive play. Van Brandt at second. gets a big first out here in the bottom of the third.
To turn a program around in your first year. And now, don't get me wrong, this is a loaded Buckeye offense. They have always been a long ball team, but just not to the extent of what we are seeing.
The Big Ten record for a season is 118. As this one's gonna stay fair down the left field line off the bat of Burns. They're waving Buick around. She'll come to score. And Ohio State able to get on the board here in the bottom of the third.
Copeland sat her down on a changeup in her first at-bat. She would not be denied in her second. Burns getting just enough of the barrel to drive this down the third base line, and she's thinking 2 all the way. We talk about the dingers. Well, Coach Kumar wants this.
This one gets away from Parker to throw to third, but bobbled. That was Strader at third base, who couldn't hang on to make the tag, but Burns comes in sliding safely. And a big strikeout for Copeland as Milliken goes down swinging. And I think she got this one on video. 2 home runs in this game for Brianna Copeland. Her bat stays hot and puts the Hoosiers up 8-4 here in the top of the fourth.
Just another day at the ballpark for Mom. Just another trot. Can see this drop ball. Copeland just throws her barrel at it. She's got so much pop in the bat, so much firepower, just sends it.
Her mom was just nodding her head. She got the full shot and then the celebration. And look at the way she goes down and gets it.
Again, you can almost see her hitch her hips, keeps her hands back, able to get full extension on that pitch, lifts it over center field and continues to extend this Hoosier lead.
This one popped up. There to make the out is Farley.
She got the whole trot. Mom got the whole trot.
We'll see it on Facebook later. An infield single for Avery Parker with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. A double and a triple. Also, IU had a hit for the cycle in the first 2 innings. Wilkeson gets the bunt down, and she's gonna beat it out. The speed of Wilkeson, safe at first in the season. Another bunt put down by Cooper. Again, safe at first. Hoosiers getting it done with the small ball. Do some damage in the top of the fourth. Bases loaded, 1 out. Payoff pitch from Kay. And gets her looking. A huge strikeout from Kennedy Kay.
Be the smallest damage in an inning frame right now.
Mitchell puts one into play in the gap. Multiple runs coming to score for Indiana. Play at the plate. All 3 come across as Alex Cooper comes sliding into home. A big 2-out double from Kinsey Mitchell. Indiana up 11-4 here in the top of the fourth.
And we said this was going to go one of 2 ways. And Mitchell said, I'm going to break this game open. Parisian in left was playing in against Mitchell, has so much speed, playing her like a true slapper. She dumps this into the left center gap, and then all of the speedy Hoosiers, you know they knew exactly where Parisian was playing. You know off the bat. There now with a 3-2 count.
This one goes all the way to the backstop, so a walk. And Mitchell will advance to third. So runners on the corners here, still on the ground. Bobbled at third. Burko safe at first. Mitchell scoring on the play. Indiana up by 8.
Burko just driving, absolutely topping this ball into the ground, but look at her dig it out. And once again, we see a defensive miscue by this Buckeye defense. Buick just moving too quickly on that play.
On the ground, slow roller to short. The scoop at first. What a play by Milliken to get the final out. But Indiana, 5 runs in the 4th inning. It all started with the solo shot from... "3-1 count. And Copeland does walk the leadoff. So we were just talking about the freebies here. Ohio State.
Just a great job.
Copeland gets Fry swinging. One away here. 43 on the year. She only had 4 at-bats prior to this season. Sends one to shallow left field. Minnick is there for out number 2. That is 2 walks this inning issued by Copeland. So 2 aboard and 2 out. Payoff. Parisian.
That is a great at-bat, especially with how effective Copeland has been with her changeup.
Trying to crawl their way back into this game and sweep Indiana, but Copeland's gonna win the battle. Gets Buick down swinging and strands the bases loaded. And give them a little room to work with in the bottom of the 5th inning. Because all Indiana need is 3 outs as Minnick sends this one into right field and gets things started with a leadoff.
Weird to talk about insurance runs right now, but truly insurance runs.
Sky high off the bat of Parker into the glove of Parisian in left field. For a
dynamic Hoosier lineup.
On the ground, gets through the 5-6 hole. So 2 hits for the Hoosiers. In the top of the 5th inning, got runners at first and second with 1 out.
You talk about having a rest day in the middle of a series as well and being able to respond back.
Out number 2. As Cooper sends that one to left. First pitch, Van Brandt swinging. Shallow center field, calling it off is Lamone for out number 3. Well, the Buckeyes gotta get a run unless they score here. Indiana trying to end early in 5. Quartercrack sends this one to right, and it's gonna drop. Throw back to first, not in time. So a leadoff single for Ohio State in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Neutraled up. Now Burns is not set up for anything in terms of speed.
Full count. She goes with the off speed but misses. So after a leadoff single, on the ground, up the middle, it's a single for Milliken. Coming around to score is Quartercracks, and the Buckeyes get the run they needed here in the bottom of the 5th.
And that's huge, right? To push this game out of run rule territory. You think about just forcing Copeland to throw more arm circles at this point. And yes, if you're the Buckeyes, you're still trying to chip away to get back in this game, but that is a great job of situational hitting. Just taking what the pitcher gave.
And Farley. Bunt on the ground. Strader at third, gets the out at first. That's the first out of the inning. So Farley doing her job, advancing the runners to in scoring position for the Buckeyes.
At Fry.
And gets her looking. Copeland strikes out Fry for the second time today, and there's...
It's a team that can do damage 1 through 9.
Limon in the air. It's gonna go all the way to the warning track. Delivering with 2 outs is Skylar Limon. And the Buckeyes plate 2 more here in the bottom of the 5th.
This is almost identical to the bases clearing triple from Mitchell on the other side. The slapper taking advantage of the defense playing her in. A great job of just getting her barrel on the ball, protecting with 2 strikes. Again, going back to Limon, she had not recorded a hit yet in her college career.
Copeland gets Cruz swinging, and that will end the inning. But the Buckeyes getting done what they needed to keep this game alive. We head to the top of 6. See, the energy has been there from the jump here in game 3. As Mitchell lines out to the second baseman for the first down. Mitchell on that last at-bat had that
Good job of settling in now after coming in relief.
Bird on the ground. Cole Kratz gets the out at first, 2 away.
And you know, she did a good job of holding them in the 5th inning. Can she get another clean frame here?
Play at third, throw over to first. First 1, 2, 3 inning on either side in this game.
It's gonna come down to the bats and just a matter of which staff in the circle and which defense could have the cleanest frames to let the offenses do what they do best. That's a big time walk by Parisian to her building the culture here in Columbus. They knew her style of play, they knew how she operated.
But Copeland gets her 9th strikeout of the game.
Copeland has her in a great spot here, 0-2 though.
Back-to-back strikeouts for the senior. Another strikeout for Brianna Copeland. 3-2 count as Minnick goes down swinging, but let's take another look.
I hope she has all 40 to just scroll through, you know? I mean, what an athlete. What a special moment for someone who has been so crucial to this program.
Called strike 3. The former Buckeye. Can she hit for the cycle? It's gonna stay in the park. That sounded too good off the bat, but caught in left field for out number 3.
She told her that her word for this year was willing. She was willing to do anything to get this program to new
11-game win streak. Avoid the conference sweep. And she goes, she's running down to first. It's another strikeout for Copeland. Second. The hottest bat right now for this Buckeyes team. On the ground to short. The throw to first is in time, and that will end it. The response from the Hoosiers, after dropping the first 2 games of the series, come back in a huge way to take game 3, 13-7. All led by their senior in the circle, and at the plate, Brianna Copeland.